Yeah, let's talk about it. So hey, how'd you like that intro? Yeah, I got a duct tape wallet for Hunger Games. Yeah, it was pretty cool. But so today, well, this morning, I went before my theater was even open. I went to go see um Hunger Games Mockingjay Part One. The theater opened right when I got there. I went to the 9:15 showing in the morning. It's been quite a few hours since I saw it, so let's talk about it. So the Hunger Games Mockingjay Part One leaves off where Catching Fire left off. Spoilers for Catching Fire if you haven't seen it. But at the end of that movie, Katniss basically destroys the games. All that's over. That's done, and they're heading toward District 13, where she has to like basically become the Mockingjay and lead this rebellion. And this whole movie is around propaganda. So yeah, but that's basically the plot. Not to give anything away. Sorry about watching speed. But not to get anything away. That's the story. So I was extremely excited to see the Hunger Games Mockingjay Part One, because I really liked the first Hunger Games movie, and I loved Catching Fire. So I'm just like, yes. And this movie is still really good. It's like in between Catching Fire and the first one, Hunger Games. That was weird. Yeah, but yeah. So the performances, they're great all around. The characters are great. They're just basically the same thing, but not to complain. I mean, but yeah. And there's some supporting cast brought in, and we'll get to them later. But we're not gonna go by name or anything. But yeah, the people are really good in their roles. The characters are great, so no problems there. And the story was really intriguing. I really enjoyed it. The propaganda stuff, that was actually really interesting. What did they know? If you're interested in politics, this is the movie for you. But the propaganda was really interesting for me. The propaganda sub, you know what propaganda is, hopefully. Well, you know, the videos that join the rebellion makes you look like you have to. You know, motivates you, kind of. But if you didn't know what propaganda was, now you know. But the propaganda was really cool for me. Like, some people I could see getting very bored by it. So, yeah, that's the thing. But I really enjoyed that. And the makeup is really well done in this movie. I don't want to give away what I mean by that. But if you've seen the movie, you know what I'm talking about. It has... What the heck was that? Some dogs upstairs. But it has to do with a character. I'm not gonna say. But the makeup was really well used in those scenes, and the execution's really well done. And the action scenes are too. And that's about all I can really say, because there's not too much I can say without spoiling it. So it's a great movie. It's a great movie. I really like it. It's one of the best of the year. But it does have some problems. Forgot to mention the final 45 minutes were amazing. They're very well done. But the first 75 minutes were extremely slow, though intriguing, but they were extremely slow, and yeah, it just didn't work all the time. Um, and then I didn't ever care for the supporting cast, and the shaky cam is also back. Um, yeah, but the supporting cast, I said I get to them. We'll talk about them first. Supporting cast, I cared for none of them. If that makes sense. I didn't care for any of them. But yeah, I didn't care for any of the supporting cast really, and as I said, the shaky cam's back. Yeah, it's extremely slow. But yeah, but as I said, it's extremely slow. But yeah, the shaky cam is back for this movie, and there is a really cool action sequence, but it's all like the camera, and that really made me dizzy because it almost gave me a headache. So yeah, it got kind of annoying at times. But overall, The Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 1 is a great movie. It's one of probably in my top 10 right now of the year. I know it's, I know I've been putting movies where I've been giving them B pluses, A minuses, all those grades that you think I wouldn't put in my top 10, but most of the top, most of the movies in my top 10 are B pluses and A minuses. So you can probably understand what I'm going to do with this movie. I'm going to give The Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 1 a B plus. It's a great movie. Um, as I said, one of the best of the year, for me at least. A lot of people will hate this movie. I don't care. I mean, I understand completely why. What's that? But my little brother hated this movie. What? What? No. Okay. But my little brother hated this movie because he did not know what propaganda was. He did not understand what was going on. It was way too slow for him. It was really slow, but but it was way too slow for him. He did not like it. And I've seen a lot of people. I've heard a lot of people who didn't like that either. So I could see where people would hate this movie. But that's my review of The Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 1. So peace.